Living with Undivided Devotion. Text, 1 Corinthians 7:25-40, KJV. The church at Corinth was a troubled congregation, living in the midst of a pagan city filled with immorality, idolatry, and constant opposition to the faith. In this environment, Paul wrote to address questions about marriage, singleness, and devotion to the Lord. His words in this passage do not condemn marriage, far from it, but rather give wisdom for the present distress they were facing. Paul begins by admitting he has no direct command from the Lord on this matter, but offers his Spirit-led judgment. Because of the trials the Corinthian believers were enduring, he advised that it was good for a person to remain as they were. If someone was married, they should remain so. If single, they were not obligated to marry. Marriage was not sin, yet Paul warned that those who entered it would face trouble in the flesh. Why? Because persecution and hardship were already heavy, and the cares of family life would only increase the burden. Paul then makes a striking statement. The time is short. He reminded them that this world, with all its joys and sorrows, is temporary. Because of that, believers should not cling too tightly to earthly ties but live with a heart set on eternity. The unmarried, Paul explains, are free to focus fully on pleasing the Lord, while the married must naturally care for the needs of a spouse. Neither state is sinful, but singleness allows for undistracted devotion. He also addresses fathers or guardians of young women, instructing that if marriage is necessary, it is not wrong. Yet if they remain unmarried, that is even better for the sake of holiness and freedom in service. Finally, Paul reminds wives that marriage is binding as long as the husband lives, but widows are free to remarry, only in the Lord. Still, he concludes that abiding single may bring greater happiness in the Lord's work. For us today, Paul's words echo loudly. In a world full of distractions, pressures, and temptations, the call is to live with undivided devotion to Christ. Marriage is honorable, but whether single or married, our highest aim must be to please the Lord, knowing the fashion of this world passeth away.